I was from Paris back to NYC back in high school in good vintage retro sunpot head gardening shirt. Our gate was right next to the Concorde. I was geeking out over actually getting to see the Concorde in person. In Cambodia, my friends decided to eat at a place called Happy Pizza. It had pot on it. I had to babysit them on the streets of Phnom Penh. The other reason is the time savings became less valuable to its customers. Spending thousands of dollars to save hours of time makes sense for highly paid executives. But with laptops, connected Wi-Fi, and VoIP, being on a plane doesn't necessarily mean lost work hours anymore. Good vintage retro sunpot head gardening shirt. Tank top. V-neck. Ladies' tee for women. V-neck. Tank top. I don't think he means in-flight communications. Rather, that it good vintage retro sunpot head gardening shirt communicate from wherever they were rather than putting an extreme premium on travel time. In the heydays of the 70s and 80s, it was a huge pain to get reports, presentation materials, and decent communication from some random site to another. So sending a person was more valuable. By the time of retirement in 2003, the dot-com bubble had already come and burst. Official good vintage retro sunpot head gardening sweatshirt, hoodie, sweatshirt, business and first were already pretty good vintage retro sunpot head gardening shirt than today. Aside from the technology options, unless you're looking at things like eremites, hell, primo private planes were around that were far more luxurious than the Concorde, and companies like NetJets existed before the Concorde for rentals. The Concorde's only truly standout capacity was speed. Other products